My name is Ivan. Welcome to Chris Lowpes Shitbox Review.
I'll pull up beside Chargers, Hellcats, anybody. They don't really want the smoke. Mustangs, they don't look my way anymore, man.
What's up, guys? My name is Ivan. Welcome to Chris Lowpes Shitbox Review.
And what do you drive?
Just a slow Rsx, not boosted, not straight cut gears or nothing.
And what year is your RSX?
2002.
Awesome. So this is your 2002 Rsx Type S with an 0506 front end.
Yep.
Cool. And just a few questions. What made you buy this RSX?
Originally, I was looking at Subarus. Stumbled upon a base model RSX, and I was like, this thing's pretty sexy. So yeah, ever since then I've been in love with RSXs. You can't go wrong with that Honda reliability.
So this was originally a base model?
This one, no. So this is my second one. The first one was a base model, and this one's the Type S.
How much did you pay for the car?
For this car, I paid $5,000.
It's actually pretty good. And obviously we have a lot done, and we're going to get into that. But how much money do you think you've spent on your car?
It's close to 15,000.
Wow. But like for 15,000, you've done all performance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now my question to you is, what inspired you to get this car?
I just wanted to go fast and look cool while doing it.
What made you want to go like turbo compared to like a supercharger?
Supercharger seemed like a bit of a pain in the ass to do, and really wanted to go turbo. Seemed a little bit easier. Then I realized that they were both hard, but turbo, more power.
And what got you into cars?
I was always into Fast and Furious, and I was always I really want a nice car. So for the price that I got to get a nice car, yeah, I was like, yeah.
Like the way I pop out, let's go hit Lennox. Another week, another knockout, a different city. My partner whip a 7-4 now. You think you win me, but I'ma ride the Chevy Mally until it's empty. And Pastor don't take dirty money. I like it.
Yeah. So A-spec kit front, got the intercooler up front as well. You can see got the sleeper build going on over here. Got the classic foggy headlights. Around the side here, we got the Mugen side skirts with Enkei RPF1s on Falcon Azenis RT660s. We got big brakes and some drilled and slotted rotors. Yeah, a couple of dents and scratches here, but nothing a 20-year-old car doesn't have. Not much going on over here. Got some stickers. Again, just going with that ricey sleeper look. Back here, we got a Type R rear lip and a Type R spoiler, along with a really classy Illest sticker on the right side.
Really classy.
Just gotta let everybody know here. Yeah, we're rocking with a valved muffler. This side, more of the same, nothing too crazy over here.
So I would say that's pretty much for the exterior. You've kept it quite,
Tame.
Yeah, tame. Like this, from like this angle, you just think, you have some big brakes and the car's somewhat of a sleeper. But I would say it is a sleeper because you don't see turbo RSXs all the time until you look at your front end and you're like, yeah, I'm not messing with this car.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
But, exterior-wise, I think, obviously a little bit of paint will go a long way. And that's obviously your plan, but first, compared to a lot of people go looks then performance, you went opposite.
I did, yes.
So, which is not a bad thing.
I wanted to get all the big spending out of the way first.
Yeah. So I think the car looks great the way it is, and obviously like a little bit of paint and this thing's gonna look like 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
I'm a real big fan of the 06 front end with the A-Spec kit. Your braking, what do we have for your brakes here?
So over here we got Wilwood 6-piston brakes, just drilled and slotted rotors that fit on a Type S.
And for the rear?
Rear, stocks.
Stocks, very cool.
Front has all the power.
Suspension-wise, what do we have done?
So suspension, all 4 K-Tune K1 streets. Pretty much everything is K-Tune that you could see. I got some Skunk 2 rear control, some braces. That's more or less it.
But for as like simple of a suspension setup on an RSX, it actually does pretty well because the RSXs actually have a hard time suspension-wise.
Yeah.
But I think you kept it to a level where you didn't get too low. I didn't feel any bump steer, so I think we did a really good job.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That there. Everyone just wants to know this. This
Yeah.
is the main reason I think people click the video. Let's talk about what we have here.
Yeah,
we will
absolutely.
go with, we'll start motor, transmission, and then the boost.
Absolutely. So motor, stock K24a, JDM import. Nothing's been done to it, just fresh out of the box, thrown in here. Obviously you got the Type S goodies in there. Nothing beats getting some Type S goodies and throwing it into a K24 to make it rev as high as it can.
So oil pump, we have the Type S oil pump.
Oh yeah, Type S
right?
oil pump, 50-degree VTC gear.
Very cool.
Yeah, we got RBC intake manifold. I have a Jack Spania downpipe at the back, a little hard to see. Everything up front here with the turbo is Speed Factory, Precision 6266. Everything's been wrapped. I have a bunch of DC5 Creation intercooler kits, teal blow off, teal wastegate. Got a power steering relocate. Yeah, and then you got a nice shiny transmission. You might be able to take a look at the right here, but I did not know that these actually looked so silver and clean.
Let's brighten it up. Oh yeah, looks like you have some cutie shifter bushing.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of K-Tune stuff like water necks
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that type of stuff.
Little stuff here and there. Got Aeromotive fuel stuff as well. Got injectors 1000cc, fuel pump 400 LPH, running boost control, all that stuff. I'm tapping off of all the fuses.
So, question for you, 1000cc, do you know if you got close to your max duty cycle on 1000cc?
I did not get close to my max duty cycle.
That's very good. Because a lot
Yeah.
of people think that you have to go such a big injector to make power, but you're pushing 450 with like 400 torque with 1000cc
Yeah.
and not max duty cycle. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
What are you running for like your exhaust side of things?
Really clean cat. Exhaust side of things, yeah, Jack Spania downpipe and Skunk 2 Mega Power RR all the way through, and I got a valve muffler so I can keep it quiet for specific people around here.
Yeah, because honestly, it sounds really good, and it's not too loud. All you really hear, ideally, is the transmission.
Yeah.
And then once you get into boost, you hear all that. Those
Exactly.
other things. Let's get into the interior car and see what you got done.
Yeah, for sure, open her up. Can't quite see it underneath here, a cutie 4-way short shifter. We got the Skunk 2 knob, Apple CarPlay. I got little decorations here that my lovely girlfriend made. Obviously, you gotta have that 3-pod gauge cluster. And of course, nitrous.
We are here in Ivan's absolute beast of a car, and we're gonna go for a little drive, do a couple pulls, and we're gonna talk about the car.
Oh yeah,
Let's get into it.
let's do it.
So tell me something, Ivan. Is
Yes.
your alternator going bad?
Yes, really bad if you couldn't tell by the high-pitched whining. Oh man, yeah, went through 3 already. That's it's not anything else. It's purely all alternator.
Is it?
Yes, yes.
Is it an upgraded alternator which gives you a lot more power?
Yes. Just the amperage and, you know, battery stuff, alternator stuff. It's good.
These are hacks that you guys don't know. Okay, no, joking. Well, suspension's nice. Tell everybody the K1s are it. Like, for bang for buck, there's nothing better.
Yeah, I think this is my second year running these too.
Yeah, because you got it not too long ago.
Yeah.
So, this is Ivan's car. We're going to start from the very basics. How much power are we pushing? Let everyone know right off the bat.
So I have 450 wheel horsepower off of a dyno tune.
Damn.
Yeah.
And if you guys hear that whining noise, why is it whining?
So I have PPG straight cut gears 1 through 4 in my transmission, along with a stage 4 clutch and an ultra lightweight flywheel.
So this is what you hear all day, every day. It sounds like you're supercharged almost.
It does. The amount of people that have asked me if this thing is supercharged, I put the gears in, and not 5 minutes later, somebody said, "Is that supercharged?"
Dude, it is probably the craziest noise coming out of a transmission that you'll hear. Like, this is so good. What's nice about you having that built transmission is that usually the transmission is the weak point in these K series, or most Hondas anyway. So you've dialed that back and you said, you know what, screw that. We're gonna fix that so we can beat the living hell out of this car without any issues.
And that I do, Chris. That I do.
And we shall see in this video. But I've known Ivan probably for a couple years now. We started off with a K20 Type S,
Yeah.
and then we went to a K24, which is this motor still?
This is this motor,
Okay, and this is the JDM K24,
K24a.
and then we've obviously turbocharged.
Yes, we have. I have a Precision 6266, and Garage 16 helped me make the kit for it, and that was a lot of money.
Yeah, definitely that, and that was a pretty hell of a deal on the straight cut gears.
Yes, it was.
But you definitely went all in the past a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And what made you go all in like this?
Smiles per gallon.
I like that. I like that.
Smiles per gallon.
And I think I remember a conversation we had where we're like, yo, you're spending like a decent amount of money,
Yeah.
but you're like, my debate on this is like, he's young, let him spend it now, because I wish I spent more money when I was younger.
Yeah.
Because life's short, you never know, right?
Yeah.
So like, might as well enjoy your life with some freaking beast of an RSX. And the best thing about this RSX, from the exterior, you kind of think, oh, it's just an RSX, it's a Canadian RSX, it might have, some dings and this and that.
Oh, it looks like a shitbox.
If it wasn't for this transmission, people would have no idea how, that transmission alone
Correct.
gives you away.
Yeah.
Right? If you're a car guy and you hear that, not many people want to race you.
No, it's not many people. It's more like nobody. At least on the street. Like, I'll pull up beside Chargers, Hellcats, anybody. They don't really want to smoke. Mustangs, they don't look my way anymore, man.
You know what's really cool is, like, for a long time, a lot of people thought Hondas were slow, and I think we're in a generation now where, like, if you hear Honda making a weird noise, you're like, nah. If you see 3 gauges on the pillar, you're like, nah. That is literally the laptop in the passenger seat style Honda. Like, you don't want to mess with these type of cars.
No.
But this car sounds absolutely insane. It is definitely a colder day, so it's so good. You're probably used to it, but I'm loving life right now. Right now, we're like -1 or 1 degree, so you're not getting traction whatsoever. But
No.
What tires are you on?
I'm on Falcon Azenis RT660s, I think.
Beautiful. One of my
And
favorite tires.
yeah, they're great. This whole summer they've been great. Just like now that it's getting colder, first and second is there's just no traction.
Yeah. You just love it.
Yeah.
She sounds so good, dude. And like, we're slipping every gear, like tires are spinning every gear. And this thing's still moving, and I don't even think you're like full throttle right now. You're like baby.
I'm like maybe 3/4, not even.
Are you?
Yeah, maybe half.
Dude, this is the definition of performance over, I'm not gonna say aesthetics 100%, because I still think it looks good. I think the car looks great. But like, most people do aesthetics before performance.
Yes, they do. Yes,
Now, I have one very important question. How much did you buy the car for?
$5,000.
And how much have you put into the car, you think?
15.
15. But 15 grand, which
With this is including the straight cut gears,
straight cut gears,
turbo, everything.
motor.
This is everything like I've done before as well. This is the exhaust. This is all the labor included as well. Like whatever I couldn't do myself. Yeah.
in all consideration, $20,000 for an Rsx Type S that's boosted, making a ton of power. Honestly, man, like, it's not that bad. Like, 20 grand to some people might sound a lot of money, but like, you're spending 20 grand for a stock car,
Yeah.
like a stock 9 gen, or maybe not 9 gens anymore. That was probably peak COVID, but like a 10 gen, you're spending 20 grand. Some WRXs are spending 20 grand, and this thing just eats.
Dude, this thing is great.
Are you planning to all-wheel drive it?
As much as I would like to, it is a daily, but I mean,
This is your daily?
it is a daily.
This is wild. And
It is a daily.
have you come into any issues being turbocharged and having this amount of power in your daily?
I've come into more issues being NA rather than turbocharged.
Get outta here.
I swear to God.
Wow. Usually you hear otherwise, but bought proper parts, right? You did things right, and you had some luck on your side.
Absolutely.
Right.
I will say that for sure. And I had like a great team helping me. Like I had you, I had a bunch of people, I had Nervan.
Yeah.
So you know what? This I can't say that this was all me. This was definitely a cumulative
Group effort, I would
group
say.
effort. Yes.
You've done so much to this.
Yeah.
What are your plans now with it?
So my tuner actually informed me that what we're at now is pretty much the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
So I peak at 17 psi of boost, which is it's a little high for 450 wheel. So basically next year as well, if I feel like it, if I want more horsepower with less boost, I could probably squeeze out 500 to 550 wheel horsepower with a bigger wastegate or a relocated wastegate.
Damn. Just that.
Just that.
But the car sounds like it's running good though. It doesn't sound like one thing I like is it doesn't sound like it's struggling to make power. Like you're just barely accelerating and the turbo's doing a good job, the system's doing a good job. But
It's great. Like here's like a full throttle right here.
and it just keeps on, it just keeps going, eh?
It just keeps going up. It won't stop. It'll just keep going.
Right now it's cold, so it's hard, like we're kinda like all over the road.
A little bit, yes. It is
like,
a little snaky.
It's one of those things where like luckily with a front wheel drive car, like it's easier to keep like power under control when you have this much power in a front wheel drive car compared to the rear, because you're not gonna kick out.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you're skating, right?
Yep.
So you're trying to like counterbalance the steering wheel and keep it kind of straight.
Yeah. There's an LSD in the car as well, so that definitely helps. It's just a rock. Like
And like that is like
yeah,
that's insane.
that was a good one.
It's one of those things where like you go too fast too quickly in this car, so it's hard to like do real big pulls around here because like you can hit dangerous speeds insanely quickly.
Yeah.
You have all that power. You have a stock motor, which may be at like it's
definitely at its peak.
yeah. And you're prepared that like it will blow up at any second.
Yeah, you know.
That's kind of the life you live when you do
Yeah.
this, right?
3K for a motor, which is 1,500 for the motor and 1,500 for an install. If you do it outside of your garage, is it's a small price to pay for the joy that this car brings.
100%. Man.
Yeah.
110%.
Not even to me, but yesterday was Halloween.
Yeah.
Trick or treating, and I definitely made a few car kids.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sick, man.
Yeah. They asked me to rev it, and all, it was great.
And they lose their minds, eh?
They lose their minds. It's
And
great.
What's crazy is that we were those kids at one point.
Exactly.
And now we have cars like this.
Exactly.
You're making me insanely excited for the EK.
The boosted EK is gonna be nuts, man.
Yeah. I don't want to make this episode about that. One day, like, I'll let you. We'll come go for a drive in my EK.
It's gonna be. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
boosted Hondas is the way to go.
And it just sounds so good. Like,
Oh, he's looking away.
wow, I would too. If I heard like a jet coming at me, I definitely would too. And I saw a bunch of cameras in a car. These probably like, nah, that's not happening.
I'm leaving that car alone.
Yeah,
This guy's
I
means
100%
business.
would. Just spinning.
Just spins, man.
Just spinning.
First and second, it just spins.
Yeah.
Can't handle it.
All right, guys. Honestly, thank you so much for watching. This has been an absolute blast. I want to thank Ivan for taking me out. This was so much fun. It gets me so excited for the EK Turbo project, and this was built so well. The transmission, I think, is my favorite thing. I've been in a lot of boosted cars, but I have not been in a lot of cars that had straight cut gears, and I think that makes the difference. The experience of driving and hearing that is everything.
Yeah, 70 kilometers per hour in second gear. No, it's great. Yeah.
The what I was like really surprised is how well the car handled, because I know RSXs do suffer from like suspension issues, especially when you start going too low, and that was my concern getting into the car originally, but it handled so well. So you guys did a great job, and you mainly did, I would say, like 80% of this all by yourself in your garage. So I give you a lot of credit.
Thank you, sir.
This was absolutely awesome. I appreciate you coming out. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace out. Do it once, do it right. Like, comment, subscribe, and later.